Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today I'm going to show you how to speed up your home network and maybe improve your Wi-Fi for just £15 using this. Okay, so you want to speed up your home network and increase the reliability of your Wi-Fi. Now I'm going to show you how to do it using one of these switches. Now first of all, I'm going to explain why you need one of these switches in your life. Now the first thing is you've probably got at home your internet provider's standard modem router and Wi-Fi box. So for TeleWest users that will be the Super Hub, and for Sky it'll be things like the Super Hub, or BT you've got again another kind of Super Hub. Now these are all called Super something or other, but they generally tend to not be. They're normally made from the cheapest possible components and distributed on a massive scale with very little software support or update support. So they can be quite unreliable. Now the reason why these are so unreliable is because they're made to such a cheap price. So these modem routers basically are 3 devices or 4 devices all rolled into one. So first of all, they're a modem to connect to the outside world. Secondly, they're a Wi-Fi distribution box. Thirdly, they're an Ethernet switch. And fourthly, they do the routing. So that is sending all the right packets of data to all the individual devices around your network. Now these 4 things generally do take a toll on the CPU inside the modem. So if you can relieve some of that pressure off the system, it will make it more reliable, less likely to overheat, and generally get you a steady connection. So on the back of your modem or your router or whatever you want to call it, generally on the back you'll find there's 4 Ethernet ports. These generally tend to be either 10100 or 10100-1000. Now, if you're using the 10100-1000 version, then you're in luck. You can transfer that gigabit possibility speeds to all 8 of these ports on the Netgear switch. This will give you increased speed and bandwidth across your entire network. Now, if you're just using Wi-Fi, this isn't as a good an upgrade as it would be if you're using wired connections as well. But generally in most homes and businesses as well, there tend to be a good selection of both wired and wireless devices. Now, if you're using the older 10100 technology on the back of your router or your modem, then ideally what you want to do is contact your internet provider and ask them for an upgrade. Pretty much all upgraded models on the market now will support Gigabit Ethernet. Okay, to give some context to what I'm trying to explain here. So in the Churchill residence at the moment, we've got a Virgin Media router in the front room. And from that there's a string of cables which run down to things like the PS3, the Xbox, the Virgin Media's TV box, and then there's also cables running from there around the house to computers in the back of the house, the front of the house and the middle of the house. So there's cables everywhere and there's lots of traffic going around on the cabled network, as well as all the wireless devices that we all have. We've probably all got at least 4. So basically we're putting a lot of strain on that a Virgin Media box. So behind the TV, where it's going to be out of the way, I'm going to install this Netgear switch and hopefully then add some more network capacity and also make things a little bit more reliable. So first of all, let's have a look and see what we actually get in the box of this Netgear switch. So you get the usual suspects. You get your warranty card and instruction manual, although this is a pretty much plug and play device, so you shouldn't really need much instruction. And you get the switch itself with its 8 ports and its on-off switch on the side. You get a power supply brick, which is pretty common for these types of devices. So let's have a quick look behind the TV as it stands at the moment and see what kind of a mess it is in there. And as you can see, there's things like the Hive device, which is on Ethernet, and also there's just basically a tangle of cables. So what we want to do is remove the existing 10100 switch which is there, which is adding capacity to the network, albeit slowly, and replace it with a nice shiny new Gigabit Ethernet switch. Okay, so we've installed the Gigabit switch and we've done some network testing and it's all looking pretty good. At the moment we've gone from 12 megabits per second transfer across the internal network up to best part of 90 megabits per second transfer. So if you're transferring any footage, videos, etc., or you're streaming to another device, say for instance you're streaming from your main PC to your Xbox or your PlayStation 4 as a media consumption device, then this is going to speed things up considerably and you're going to get less buffering and hopefully you should get a better picture as well, because you can now send that bandwidth through the cables and get a much better picture. And also this is going to be really helpful if you've got any gamers in the family and they like to play online games. You're going to get less dropouts. There's a lot of bandwidth that gets sent through when you're playing these online games, and the last thing you want is when you're in the middle of a match for it to start staggering or losing connection or just slowing down in general. So overall thoughts. Is it worth me spending £15 on a new gigabit switch to improve my network? Well, that generally is going to be down to you. For me, it's worked out great and it's improved the flexibility and also the transfer of the network, both Wi-Fi and Ethernet within the house. Now that this little device has taken some of the strain off the router, or the super hub, or whatever you want to call it, it's actually made the Wi-Fi a little bit more reliable in the house, so thumbs up for that. So anyway, this has been the Netgear GS208 8-port Gigabit Ethernet switch. There's other versions available, so you can check them out from the link below. But in the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and we'll catch you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.